Salutations, I'm the Crimson Gentleman, and welcome to some chess. We're going to play some chess. We're going to play chess on lichess.com, which is a great website for playing chess. And, yeah, it's going to be fun. So, I have... that work. Okay. Strange. Now, a bit of background. I have been playing chess a long time. I've been playing it basically my entire life growing up, but I've never done any kind of competitive chess. Generally, I only play against other people that I know, or at least in real life. So, this is going to be a bit of a new experience for me when it comes to that, and I'm curious to see where I will end up on here. So, let's jump into a classical. At least start. I do like to be able to think out my moves and things like that. So let's go ahead and see. Perhaps this isn't as quick a pairing as I was led to believe. We do have this... I'm not sure what Swiss means. Does it mean you have to be Swiss? Is it allowed? See, I can't hear what it sounds like on you guys' end. If I turn down like this, does that turn it down for you guys as well? Let me know if that helps. What does this mean? I have to have more than 8 rapid games. Alright, we won't do that then. Can I try multiple? No, I can only try one at a time. It's a bit annoying. Ever so lightly. Should I go down even further? Here we go. Alright, let's start with a fairly basic opening. Let me know how the music is. Okay. How about... let's just shore this up a bit. Okay, yeah. Decent. Now, this as well kind of blocks off some moves there. Okay. The thing is, since I don't know this person, I have no idea what kinds of moves I can expect. So I moved that there, which would suggest protecting this, possibly planning on moving it and having something through there. Yeah, let's adjust this again. Let's put this up. But then go over here and adjust the audio down. Let me know how the music is now. Let's see. Well, I guess we can advance this as well, just to see. This is the thing. Okay, castling already. This is a thing that's very, very different for me because I really have no idea what to expect from this person. I guess that's the reason why he moved that there. Castling isn't always necessarily a good idea, because you do box your king in a bit. I've been able to use that to my advantage a few times to get a checkmate of some kind. Let's see, let's just move this forward. Just advance a bit, kind of develop this game more, so we can have a better idea of what maybe to do. Not great, because now he can move this bishop of his on the left. Oh, he moved it all the way down. Okay. Go ahead and take that. Now the queen's more safe on the white tiles than she was. It's good. Good music. Good. Thank you. I can give more time. Okay. Okay, interesting. Could be moving it around here or there. Those are the only options. Other than moving backward. Could be about to, let's see. Oh. Let's see, so none of those areas are protected specifically. Moving on this side over here, can I click? No. Moving him to B4 and possibly give an opportunity to fork the king and the rook there, which could be something that they're nervous about or like to use, and that's why there. Okay. Let's see. I can move here. End up advancing further, but if he takes it, then I can just take back with the pawn. Yeah, I suppose that would be fine if that does happen. I'll have to move his knight somewhere and kind of get an idea what he's thinking. Moves to either of those. I could move the queen up. Okay. Okay, so again, can move here and try to fork, but the queen would get him here and here. So possibly here and just try to get... No, but then I'd just take. I kind of feel like maybe I should turn the mouse on, as annoying as people find it, just so that you can see what I mean. Let's see here. Because I feel like I'm gesturing a lot, and that... Oh. Well, that made it disappear completely. Alright, because the name changes. Okay, so now we can see what I'm doing here. Oh, I see. That. Is it capturing the cursor now? Okay, now it is. So moving either of these places would be bad. So I'm not sure what's being thought yet. This pawn isn't in immediate danger, so I guess we could put some pressure on. Now, moving back to either of these areas would save it, but it seems like it would kind of defeat whatever purpose they have here. Okay, yeah, over here. Okay. Here would be bad, here would be bad. This would be bad, that would be fine, I guess, but probably gonna move a different piece. Might try to take a pawn of mine. This is why I like the turtle in the upper left. I like a slow and steady approach. At this point, we could put the pressure on with the queen, but that would be easily defended with a pawn up here, so that wouldn't be super helpful, probably. Now, I could just take it back with my pawn, but then they would just take back with their pawn. We'd be in the same situation, and I wouldn't have a pawn as advanced as this. So that wouldn't be great. But I like to keep them on their heels, so I'm at least having them react to what I'm doing. That's not always good just for the sake of it, but I find it can be advantageous. So, let's see here. Man, what do we want to do? What do we want to do? What do we want to do? What would advance us the most? Well, I guess we could move our queen here and just kind of see what they do. I'm thinking possibly, depending on what they do, we may decide to take this pawn. Interesting. I could either en passant, or I could take this here. Neither one of those are great. I'm not sure which is the worst. I guess this would be better. And it'll probably take back. It still keeps everything fairly centered, and this one can still guard. Whereas if it goes the other way, then it kind of lets this pawn sort of around. This one still has to be gotten past, but there is that. Okay. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. It seems probably simply got to move this. Now, where would be best? What could the plan be? If I go here, then there's nothing to guard this bishop later. So, I suppose up to here. I'd prefer not get split between the bishop and the rook. Having not moved my queen wouldn't have prevented that, so. Okay. Got that there. Potentially going after my pawn. Kind of just to get it, but also to advance the rook more. This will at least slow down. Now the rook having to move Now the queen also could just, yeah, of course. But still, that doesn't really stop that from occurring. Now the king being protected would be good. But now that actually puts this rook in more of a situation. I mean, now it has to move over to here at least to stop the queen. And it could just keep checking me, sort of ad infinitum. Now if I move here, then all he has to do is move the queen to there. That's not the end of it, but that's getting really close to having me in checkmate, I feel. Down kind of has similar problems because I have all of this blocked off and none of this space to move at that point. But up and out seems like a bad idea as well, especially with all of these positions being held by the knight where the queen can go right next to me. So, without any other option, well, I guess I could do this. Of course, then the knight takes. Advances further, and there's nothing I can do for retaliation. But it might be sort of the only thing I can do to not have a checkmate next. It looks like there's a move for checkmate and all the other possible moves, which just might as well. Okay, so there is that. And the rook's already still being protected. That didn't really help much. I think I've lost this one already, but we'll see. Yeah. And then take and checkmate. Is that going to be checkmate? If I move down, then we've got checkmate. Now, if I move down, then I'll be able to move back, and I might be able to get out of here. But I'll lose my rook, which is not nice. If I move down, I just might be able to get out. Let's see, now if I move down... I guess moving this could make it where at least my rooks can kind of work together. I don't think so. I think that's still just going to be a checkmate. I think it's coming a bit late. Nothing my queen can do. It might just be to seed this one. Yeah, I think it's just checkmate. Huh. I guess I should have just not moved. Well, that didn't go great. Oh, now they're back. Come on. Well, there's like one move to make. Only +2, and I just got outmaneuvered. That was good. That was a good game. It was a good game. Yeah, let's take a little bit of an analysis here. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's sort of see. So, here. Should have gone all the way forward. Exactly why, I'm not quite sure. Let's see. Yeah, I should have taken that right away. Could have moved forward, but I wanted to protect, but I guess I would have let the bishop out. Doesn't take, so I should have moved back at that point. I'm gonna take, finally takes it. So taking there was the right idea. Should move forward, I guess. Cover that, take. Up, over. So that out, I guess, would have protected the pawn better. So, did the perfect move again. Okay, so should have taken the other way. Moves forward, those guys should have moved left. I'm not exactly sure why. Took. Moved down, but didn't. But I feel like at this point it was losing no matter what. So allegedly I should have done this, but I feel like if I did, then so if I do this and then queen takes, I can move down, and then he would have had to. He wouldn't have been able to. I see, because then if the queen had gone down, I could have escaped. I see. So that would have been better. Okay, so I should have blocked with the bishop. I didn't think of that. Okay. Good to know. Alright, let's try another one. Yeah, I see that now. Yeah. Didn't think about it. Okay. Yeah, this is similar. This is a similar feeling I get when I'm playing against a computer, because even when I'm playing against people I know, I can sort of anticipate their moves. I kind of know how they play. I don't know. It just feels more real. Let's do that. And, but with computers, even when they do things that kind of make sense, I don't get like, computers seem to play sort of just move by move, which they do. But it feels like that. I don't feel like there's a plan. With people that I know, I can sort of see what their plan is usually. Like a few moves in advance, that's easier. And this is easier with that than with a computer. But people, let's see, I guess we can open that side up. People I just don't know. People that I don't know, it's difficult for me to get a feel for what it is they're doing. No, I can move the bishop over here, but that would just get blocked by the pawn. Queen can't do much of anything at the moment. Let's go up here to kind of protect the pawn here, provide support. Let's see. Hmm. Or we can sort of bait one of these pawns out. Okay. Let's see. Could go here. Could go here. I don't see much of the point to that, so must be to guard something. Wouldn't be this knight. Hmm. You can safely go here, and then if the king ends up getting moved, that would give me a chance to fork either the queen and the rook. Okay. I see, that's why they moved it, just to castle. I like to castle a lot. Like, just if they can, they just try to get the opportunity to castle. But castling on this side, when I kind of have this open, doesn't seem like a great idea to me. Now, it's not immediately accessible, due to the fact that we do have the knight here. But and the bishop as well. So it is protected. Not really have a way to dismantle that at the moment. Let's see. Now we can move this forward. Bishop is still protecting it. Queen down. Interesting decision. So I'm guessing the move then is to... And there. So we can just kind of go ahead and shore that up already. Now any of these moves down here, that would kind of make sense. Now we can still move across. And I should be gesturing with my mouse, since I went through all the trouble putting the cursor on screen. Okay, as well. Let's do this. Okay, interesting decision. that timing for that music. Okay, interesting move, interesting move. Hmm. 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 Is that a pawn? Yes. Let's see what we can do here. I can tell what they're trying to do, but I'm not entirely sure the best way to stop them. But in a couple moves, I might be able to do something to this king. This is kind of a race to checkmate, in a way. Probably move this knight down here next to the king to block it off when he comes down here, and open up the queen as well. Oh no, they offered a draw? I didn't even notice. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'd rather lose than draw, honestly. Draws are annoying. To me, a draw is worse than losing. Or a stalemate, even. Unless you're, like, severely under at the time, like they have a huge advantage over you, then the best you can shoot for is a stalemate, then I might shoot for that. Because at that point it's, best case scenario type of thing. Okay, so can't be taken now. But I don't know. What are you going to take? I mean, either of those things you take, I'm not sure what you're going to accomplish. You'll also be checked for a moment, but I'm not... I don't know. Right now things aren't really set up for that to work out. I don't know. Maybe the queen will take the knight now, but by then hopefully it's too late. So I don't know. I don't know. I'm anxious. They definitely I feel like they've started thinking more than they were at first, so I'm doing okay. With the dramatic music again. I'm so curious as to what they're gonna do. I mean, my guess is the plan is the queen takes the knight, but I don't know for sure. Okay, took that. Interesting. So now if I do that... Checkmate! Yes, it worked! I thought it was a checkmate. Sometimes I don't see things. Ah, okay. Yes! Oh, glad I didn't notice or take that draw. I mean, I wouldn't have taken it anyway. Plus 135. Okay. Okay. That was good. I liked that. Okay, let's do the analysis. Let's do an analysis. Okay. So they offered to draw after the third move? Why would you do that? Was that an accident? I'm gonna go ahead and guess that was an accident. So Yeah, I want to see the plus and minus here. Alright, so moving that was a decent move. I suppose it put me up 0.3. I mean, it's... Or them up 0.3. I was black this time. So then apparently I should have done this, but I did that. Now, plus 0.4. Is that to me or to... Or to, I don't know who that's to. I'm not sure who the plus is to. Well, I guess we'll see at the checkmate, for sure. Okay, so they should have moved down here, and what they did was that. It wasn't necessarily a terrible move. And so then here we had, so that's minus, so I don't wonder if it's minus to me. So should have moved that forward, moved this instead. Should have moved their bishop, they pulled out their knight, then offered a draw. Then I moved that, which was an advisable move, apparently. They're supposed to move that forward, and they did. Interesting. Pawn forward. I did consider pawn forward, but there wasn't any... Well, I guess it would have been the bishop to block it. I guess that could have been good, but then the bishop would have taken back. Yeah, I don't see that as being a good move. Let me look at this further. Pawn forward. Takes. Takes. Wouldn't they just take? And then I don't have anything I can do to stop that? That doesn't seem good to me. But, you know, I'm sure it's for some grand plan. That's the thing about these really high-level things, is that that could be an intentional loss of the bishop for a grand plan. I don't know. So anyway, knight to a6. Look, should have moved a little closer. Or what should I have done here? Pawn still. Knight. Doesn't recommend a castle, which, see, this is why I don't castle super early, unless in specific scenarios, because oftentimes, if you, especially with here, again, my queen has easy access to this side of the board, much more than this one, and I mean, you saw that this ends up being the clincher here. So, should have moved the bishop, apparently, because I can see that, because then I've got it stacked up, the bishop and the queen. I'm not sure what exactly for, but got that. This goes to +9. I don't know if that's in their favor or mine. I'm just going to assume mine for now. No, it's actually less than that. So it recommends they move their knight, but they do queen d3, which goes to +0.2, which means that was a good move for them if plus is for me. I don't know if plus is always for white and minus is always for black, or if it's based on who's looking at it. I'll see by the end of this if, you know, the final thing is plus, you know, or minus 100 or plus 100 or whatever. So they moved that forward. They moved this there. Which, what was the recommended? To move all the way forward. Again, they really wanted me to move that pawn there. I guess that would have been a really strong move, sort of the whole match through. I'm not entirely sure what would have been recommended. Here, can we explore that real quick? If I do this, if I check. So then that. Why is that so great for me? Yeah, I don't know. So we go here. Which I consider taking. I don't yet. Recommends taking it. They end up doing that. But I wasn't unprepared for that. Wait, what is it? Just ignore that and go up here? That's interesting. I wonder what for. So what would they have wanted me to do? Oh, I guess the thing that I end up doing, sort of. Take that. Yeah, but see, that's why I didn't want to do that. I didn't want to leave. Why would it? I guess because it's still in. I didn't want to leave that open, so I took, because I didn't want the bishop wreaking havoc down there. Is that what they should do? No. Okay. Take, and then wants me to move forward, but I take. Okay, they should have taken, but they didn't. Should have retreated, but I took. which they were recommending earlier. Pawn takes. Recommends using the bishop again. I move the queen, which, I mean, I feel like I would have lost if I hadn't done this, because I don't know what their plan is with that bishop. So, queen, take with bishop. No, moves rook. I'm sorry, knight. Moves rook. I did what it recommended that time. Threatening the queen, expecting the bishop to take, but then I would have taken with the other bishop. However, they moved the queen down. So it recommended I move back to to e6, but I go h5, because this is kind of part of my plan for how to get a checkmate. Which ended up working out because my moves were slightly shorter than theirs. Rook down. Recommends taking. And I can see why, but again, I'm trying to get to the end of this as soon as possible. Maybe I just missed that. Because it seems like I would have just taken a hanging rook there if I had noticed. I must have just been really focused on the left side of the board, which I granted I do get tunnel vision. Sometimes if I have a plan, I have a hard time not advancing it if I feel like it's decent. So, move that forward. Queen to there. That would have been interesting, because then with the takes, yeah. So, +7. But they move the rook over here, and this was that move I think was kind of the real clincher for when I was fairly confident that I had this, because at this point, I know I'm 2 moves away from checkmate. I don't see anything here they can do in 2 moves that will checkmate me or even keep me in check without like losing a rook or something. So, because they couldn't even force me to move my rook, which would have messed up my plan. But moving this down wouldn't have forced me to move it. So to set it up so that I would be forced to do it, they would have had to take the knight and then take. And I guess maybe that could have messed it up, because if I'd have done, if they'd okay, no. So if I'd taken, so now I'm just 1 move away, and any 1 move, it doesn't matter, because he takes here, I just take here, and then I take here anyway. And they really can't stop me. So, anyway, so I'm here. Recommends they take down. I don't really see that as being a good move. But then, of course, here we are, we're at, oh, so that's mate and minus in 1 move. So here we're at -9. And then I'm guessing, so that means minus is for me because I'm black. And bam, game over, checkmate. That was a fun game. That was good. I mean, it's always good when you win, isn't it? Okay. So that was a good game. That's interesting. Yeah. So I guess the minuses seem to be for me as black, because at this point I feel like I am in a very good position here. And then we've got mate in 1 after they do that. So, yeah. So what are they recommending be done here? Oh yeah, take down. I'm gonna check now, but I would do that. Why wouldn't I do that? Oh, because then I guess check. But then again, I just do that. Down. Up. That's kind of blocked. See, but then it would have been a... So that... Okay, so... Wait. Ah. And then that's checkmate. Ah, okay. But if I'd done it the other way... To here? I can't take that because of the knight. Hmm. No, why wouldn't I just go... I can't, of course. Yeah, now the king's out of there, so the whole thing... Yeah. So they could have dismantled my plan if they'd had a better idea. Okay. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I liked it. As soon as they castled what I would have considered a bit early, I guess just for the sake of it, because I don't know if you see here when they castled here, I kind of have the left side of the board is mostly open to my queen, and so I kind of saw that as my main point of attack at that time. Because, I mean, he has the king trapped, so unless he can get it out of there, if I can kind of keep him busy long enough, then kind of saw it. Which it ended up working out. It didn't necessarily, but it ended up working out. So. Alright, let's go another. I guess no one wants to play Hyper Bullet. At least not. Yeah, I mean, joining 60 minutes early is probably a bit much. Gothic Quartet. The suspense of waiting. Since there's just one, it'll probably pit me against somebody higher than me, if it can. That's my guess. I'm not entirely sure how exactly the algorithm is set up, but that's what I'm guessing. Is that they're going to try to pit me against someone higher than me and see if I can beat them or not. No, slightly higher than I was, but lower than I currently am. But this person doesn't have question marks. They're kind of comfortably at 14, 13. So we'll see how I do against that. I guess we can just go with standard kind of opening, just to see. I'll get a bit more creative with my openings once I have a better idea of where I am compared to everybody else on here. I'm honestly not sure. Like, again, as I said before, I haven't really done competitive chess before, and I've just casually. The people I know. Okay. Let's see. See what they do with that. Okay. Move this here, we can guard this pawn, that frees this one up a bit. Now let's see, so if I go up here, then assuming they don't take back, because it's a real possibility given there's sort of nothing preventing that. But if they didn't, I'm gonna go take, queen trade, which I don't really want to do. Kind of got a bit of a weakness on this side. I guess I do too by that logic. Though I do have the knight blocking. Well, if we move this up, we have the potential to free our rook at some point, so I guess we can try that. See how that goes. And then maybe we can even get this up to sort of mess with that knight, maybe. Or this is a rather pawn-strong game. We moved this here. Well, it either protects this or frees it up to move out of the way. Which if it does, it can go here, not there, possibly there. To go after possibly a fork with these two. If we go here, we can end up at a fork. Wait, no, that's the wrong side for that. Well, a fork between the queen and the rook, which would not be good. So, but of course if he moves there, then no, because of the bishop, of course, the bishop. So, the best move might be this to sort of stop that happening. Because now, if he does move there, in order to try and create this fork, we can just take with that. Because even then, take with that, then we got the queen on backup. Okay. Interesting move. Huh. Let's see. Ponticelli. Okay. So I suppose now we can move this forward fairly safely by comparison. Okay, not unexpected. Probably just take another one though. And then that moves that out of the way. So if I take this, then nothing's... No, yeah, there is. This knight is guarding it. So if he does take, which I'm guessing he won't, then I would just take back with the knight and that would be fine. Ah yes, but now they might try to do a queen trade. No? So do we do a queen trade? So we don't have anything blocking it. Or do we just take this? If we take this, then we'll be up by 2, but there must be something else planned here. Otherwise, that was just not a good move. I don't know. I guess let's just take it. Because I don't want them to be up. Because with the queen trade, they're still up, and sacrificing when you're down is not usually a good plan. Unless you have like a mate immediately in sight. No, is this just a hanging pawn? I don't see any reason not to take it. We might do a... Might be planning for a castle. To get the rook working with the queen there. Which could end up being bad. So let's be wary of that. Now, to move the pawn down, I could take with the pawn. Move the bishop. I mean, if they move the bishop, I could just take the bishop. So they probably won't do that. Move the bishop there. Same thing, but then I'm not also targeting the rook. Trying to get the king to move could be good, because then, obviously, they can't castle even if they want to. I'm gonna let him up. A queen trade might be fine. Okay, interesting. Okay. Perhaps preparing for a castle queen side, which at this point does seem safer, but I could still make some use of that with the way the pawns are currently set up. see. I don't see an easy way to get my knight into position to target the queen specifically, especially not without putting it in danger. Well, no, here, that'd be a 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, queen's in the way, 3. What else could we go? I don't have any free pawns, and they technically have more pawns than I do. Let's see. Perhaps we just move this forward. Could give us a chance to, if they take, move our rook out, which could be good. That could end up being bad, but we'll move the knight out of the way and maybe move back again. We don't want to leave our king too exposed. I'm already a bit uncomfortable with how exposed he is. It's practically illegal. Okay. Yes, now, because I don't have the pawn blocking anymore, that's right. Yeah, that's why I kept that there before. Okay. Okay. But if I do take it, then it is just a queen trade, isn't it? And I'm kind of okay with that right now, especially if I'll be up +3. I mean, if they take my queen, there's no way I'm not taking the queen, so... Let's just see if they do. There's no other way to take my queen, so... Okay, good. We got the queens out of the way at least. This is at the very least a simpler game at this point, and I'm up, so that's not terrible. I love the Blue Danube. I feel like this was a good game either way. Even if this person does end up winning, I do feel like this was a fun one. This is interesting. I liked the complexities of it. Okay, okay. Yeah, that's a good move. That's a good move. Let's see. Now the queens are gone. Castling could be a good-ish idea. Now if I castle queenside, will that put the rook? Yes, it will, but with them having both of their rooks, that's not super helpful. I suppose moving to here's the best one. I mean, no, the knight's in the way. I guess we can just back up. But that sort of gives that bishop free reign. Well, but as long as he stays there, if he moves or the pawn moves, then things change. So I'll just back up to here for now. Which now that pawn's not guarded, but it's not in a ton of danger at the moment anyway. And I can always change it. If he does move his pawn forward, I can take it, move my pawn forward, be protected by the bishop, threaten it at the very least. I'm going to go further than that, but we'll see. We'll see what he does. Well, I've got an extra knight. That's where the +3 is coming from, I believe. Okay, move to the king. But now the rooks are helping each other, which isn't great for me. Now it might actually be a good idea to castle. Let's try it, because now we have it in check. And we can move this knight out of the way at some point. Possibly. Oh, or maybe we just move the rook up, since we'll have to do that anyway, and then over. Because if he moves to the right, we just might be able to force this bishop, potentially. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what we can do. And lead is only +3, so it's really easy to lose. So we do have to be careful. It doesn't take much to lose a +3 lead. And points don't, I mean, points that small don't even necessarily matter. It could still be very positional, though we don't have many pieces left, so. Okay. So, he moved all the way back, which is an interesting decision. I guess it's a better one, because now I couldn't even force a trade of all the rooks. So perhaps we will move the knight then. And move this up and over. Even if I did move it in there, just have take. If I took, then take. So. But I could still end up using it to take the bishop, which would be good. So maybe we will. Because it'll still be protected from the king. And then even if he brings this rook here, then even if he took this one, I'd just take it. So that would be even. So let's try it. Let's go for something like that. Maybe to here even, because that kind of brings it out a bit further. Not that's necessarily a good thing. But that actually does put it in the way that the knight could affect it. So let's not do that. Let's just move to here, and then move it over here, depending on what he does next. We'll see. I wonder what he's gonna do. There are a few possibilities. Okay. So let's see. How does that affect things? Now his next move would probably be either to move down or try to move the king again. In either of those cases, this could still be fine. Because if I move there and he moves down, and I move up, we could still, kind of at worst, do a trade of rooks. Which I don't exactly want to do, but it wouldn't be absolutely terrible. I'd like to keep them, though, if I can. And if he moves his king down, then, as before, that would actually be good. So, yeah. Now if he moves the bishop there, I see. So this right now, this pawn is kind of being guarded. So perhaps we should oppose that. What would be the best thing with which to oppose it? Because if he then next is going to move the bishop out of the way, then we have 1, bishop. Where could we get? Ah, well, we could get this here, actually. That's a fine move. Yeah, and it's guarded too. Ah, but then that does block the... That does block the rook. That's a shame. That is a shame. So I move this here. And he doesn't. If I took. Wait. Then lose the bishop, gain the bishop back, lose the rook. That would be bad. Yeah, so that doesn't work out for me. I wonder. I'm gonna move this out of the way. Then this is guarding this again. We could push it forward, and that would put pressure on. And then if the bishop moves there, then we could move this in the way somehow. Where would be the best place for that? Not really anywhere currently. Except down here, then to there. So we go down here. Then if he just pushes forward, I mean that negates this bishop anyway. Okay, let's try this. Let's see. So now if he doesn't move in the way of this, then we can move this forward. Unless he does something that changes our plans. And if he does move there and block it, we can move this in the way, which is protected by our rook, if they come this way. And if they don't, they would have to move back. Okay, so they did move it down. They did move it down. That's not great, but we can still do our plan of threatening here. Okay, so down. Ah, of course, threatening the rook. Threatening the rook. Yeah, it's an interesting choice. Did not anticipate that. Should have. That seems like a fairly obvious move. Don't want to take too long, though. I realize I made this person wait like an extra 5 minutes over me. So I guess we can just continue. Well, but there's not much reason to go up there at this point. Could just move it here. If we move it here, then we can take, and then we'd win that exchange. So let's try that. This is very interesting. Now, I guess he could just check the king now, because then I just take it. Go down here. I mean, could move to there. It wouldn't be great for me, but I could just move up to the white. He doesn't even have a white bishop. Like a, you know, bishop on the white tiles, obviously, is what I mean. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I thought about that, but I figured he probably wouldn't do it because of the fact that now, I'll just, even if he does take the bishop, I can just take it back. So again, that's just a trade. So really to here, probably the best thing is just to do this, because then, well, I could take the pawn, and then we just trade. Again, I don't really want to lose more material if I can help it. So, yeah, I guess I'll do this. Because then if takes, that's a trade. If I go takes, then I win that. So, if I can last long enough that I can take his pawn with mine, then I'll win that exchange. Either just by a pawn or by an entire rook, depending on the choices. Which I'm guessing I wouldn't sacrifice a rook for no reason. That just wouldn't make any sense. Okay. Well, now he's trapped. He can either take my bishop and die by my rook, or take my knight and die by my rook. So, or do something else entirely. And check me or something. I'm surprised he didn't use his bishop to check me at all that entire time. I guess I've had that square just pretty well guarded. It may not have been the best move to trap him, but I don't know. I mean, at least it'll just be a trade. I'd rather he take the knight, because I haven't been using it anyway, and then I won't lose my position here, but yeah. Okay, good, yes. Now I'll probably move this rook out or something over to here. It's my guess, but we'll see. It's kind of, his rooks are the only things he really has left. That and the knight, of course. And you don't underestimate a knight, but, like me, he hasn't been using them too much, or they. Okay, so they took. So I can go ahead and do a trade. If I don't do a trade, then I either have to run from there. Ah, you know what? Actually, so I move to here. Then I can set it up so that it wouldn't even have to be a trade necessarily. I might even be able to get both rooks if I do this right. Might move the pawn forward, which could make things tricky, but we'll see. And right now we're at most in danger of a trade, which I was going to do anyway, so I'm not really risking anything at this point. This has been quite a long match, actually. Man, this game still could go either way. I'm only at +2 now, but that's because I'm down a pawn, which I expect I'll get back at some point, but you never know, I might lose the opportunity. I mean, it's a passing pawn, so it's the risk of a queen, but at the moment I can fairly easily negate that. I mean, worst case scenario, I can use this knight that I still have. Okay, did move it forward. So now, move this to here. Then even if he moves down, he'll be in check, so that won't actually stop me. So, and I might be able to get the other knight. But that would get the pawn out of the way, and that'd be Wait, not the other knight, the rook. So I probably won't do that anyway. Or if I do, it might be, because then you move there, so then I move this up there. Yeah, okay, so if I go kablam, I mean, he might just take, just to make it an exchange, but if I do get to take this and put him in check, if I do get to take this rook and put him in check, and then he has to move down. Okay, he did just take it. So the question is, what the best way to deal with this? Probably this. No. This is better, because then... I can still try to block. Let's do that. Or I move down, but then I'll just use the knight. Still only at +2. It was a good move for him not to let me check him, obviously. We're getting closer to where I'm actually up on time. I will admit I'm a bit better toward the end game. I feel, at least. I start to do better toward the end game. Okay, interesting move. Interesting move. Could check him. Would that solve anything? Possibly. Would that put me in a better position? I mean, it depends on where he goes. If it was either the blue squares, then yes. Otherwise, I'll move right back to where he was. In which case, not necessarily, but... Oh, of course, that way. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I mean, hanging pawn there. Wonder what the plan is. Okay. Hmm. I'm not careful. He could end up checkmating me where I am. I'll probably do that just to be safe. At least give myself a way out. I mean, he's only got one rook, so that would kind of be hard, but just in case. More options is a good thing. I need to get that pawn on the right out of the way if I can. So I guess I could just dive all the way back, since nothing's stopping me from doing that now, and try to do that. Even if he does move down, I can move up. Ah, of course, got my pawn. That makes sense. Can't let him use that in order to get a, one up on me. He's gonna move anyway, so probably I shouldn't have done that, but yeah, we'll see. You can jump over that spot anyway. No, if I move that, then the knight's in danger. And then he'll probably go down to check me, and then I'll just go up one, still protect them. I should have seen being able to kill this earlier. Yeah, see, I don't want to lose my bishop. Because then we're just even. And I don't like that. But I don't want to let him get close enough to get a queen. Yeah, that would at least be a trade. No, I can actually make it a negative trade for him instead. If I get to, but I don't know what he's gonna do to stop me exactly, but maybe. Anywhere he could check me or block me, I would just take him. So maybe he'll do something fancy with the knight. Because he could move the knight and check me. He could do that. Then I would just go up. It wouldn't really, it would just delay my plans, not halt them. Yeah. So I think going up is the best move. Because I'm still guarding the bishop. But this way I threaten the knight. And I can still go back for the bishop if I have to. So, yeah, let's try that. Now I can just move his rook up and check me, and then I'm further away, which would happen anyway. But he might be more likely to notice it now that the knight's specifically in danger, and he may not want to move it. That's one thing that you do have to think about when you're playing against people, at least if they're lower level. Higher level people, I'm sure they're like computers with this, but when it comes to computers, they're going to notice a move if it's available. You know, you can't distract a computer. Sometimes you can distract a person. Pick a pawn? Yeah, but check, so he can't take the bishop. And then if he moves, then I take the pawn. I guess, does he have to move here? Is that the only option? Yeah, yes, I think that's the only option. So then, bishop to pawn. And now if he does take it, it's a losing trade for him. So that's nice. Ah, this makes me think of Sims 1. Way back in early PlayStation days. I know it's in basically everything else ever, but you know. Oh look, I'm actually ahead on time for the first time in this match. Man, this one's been going a while. There's been 20 minutes of thinking, not to mention the other moves. Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, okay, now he did the check. So now I can go down and threaten. Even if he checks me, I can still do that again. So I think that would be good. Everything else is still safe. He can move there and check me with the knight. If they're going away, that just seems worse. I don't really see what that's gonna accomplish. If I go up, I might be able to get him to do a trade. No, he'll just use his pawns. Now down we go. At least that would be the good idea, would be if he uses his pawns. Okay, okay. Let's try that. Now he's got to lose one of them, I think. I mean, I guess he could just move that there. Not there, though. So the only way to keep him is to move the rook to that spot. Shouldn't be a bad idea, because then I've kind of got my rook trapped. So if he moves that there, then that's a good move. But I'm not sure what else for him to do without losing something. Yeah, I come to think that was a bad move by me. Overall. Well, unless I check him, that'll at least delay it. I might be able to think of something. Well, I can move back, but that would actually be a bad idea. Because then I'm just kind of in the same position again. I can't guard it. But if I do this, I can threaten and guard at the same time. So let's do that. Oh, I'm ahead by 30 seconds now. Look at that. And I'm willing to sacrifice my bishop for his knight, so... I mean, actually, it wouldn't even be a sacrifice because he'd have to lose his rook too, so... And I'd still be protecting the rook. So this turned out well. If I'd done it on purpose from when I moved the bishop in the way, then that would have been better, obviously, but... Yeah, sometimes I'm not quite sure what he's going to do. Sometimes I know exactly what he's going to do, you know. It can be hard to figure out. Depends how many options there are. There's only one good option. This person seems to be good at finding them. probably threaten my rook. Oh, you know what? Actually, the better move would be to take the rook at that point. So I'll probably move it out of the way. Because otherwise I'll just take his rook. If he, like, for example, if he threatens my rook with his knight, which I thought he would do for a second, but that wouldn't actually work out well because then I'll just take his rook. And then either of those ways. So the only place he can really move his knight would be to the bottom left of the king, and even then I can just take it with the king. So his knight's gone. Or either his knight or his rook. I don't see any way out of it yet. I mean, he might do something that I haven't thought of, which is always possible. But right now I don't see how it can avoid losing one of them. Okay. Sure. I guess a trade seemed to be the best idea for him then. Yep, that makes sense. I can move it here and threaten the pawn, which I could then just move. Or I can move it here and bait a trade. But then they could just move the knight to here and do a check. That wouldn't really do anything, it would just be a check. Yeah, let's see if they'll trade. Still got my +3. I've managed not to lose it so far. Okay, okay. Interesting. So then let's protect our bishop while threatening his pawn. Not as much of a threat, the king's right there, but, you know. Oh, I did think he would go there. I did think that. Go to here. Just move up there or down there. If we go to here, then he can't immediately check me again. Okay, threatening that, but that's not terrible. Threaten. Guess I should have just started with this. But now it's better because the knight's there to sort of block. So, I might go here, check the king again. Right, that's exactly what I thought they would do. We can go here. No. Here. Probably want to... Oh, I see. He's going for both of the pawns at the same time. That's the plan. That makes sense. So I should move one now. I'll accept the take back. I know what it is to have your finger slip. This match is, I swear, this match has been, this started before I was even an hour streaming. I did not expect this match to be an hour long. Okay. It's a good move. It's a good move. I don't know if it'd be better to go this way or to check the king. Okay. Go here to get this. Go here to stop this. Go here to get that. Here he wouldn't do, because then the king just gets him. Here he might do. Here he might do. As much as I want to check the king, if I do, where can he move? Could move anywhere. And then that kind of breaks this up into a way where I can't really advance forward safely. So, this is probably the best one. And it gets him off the blue, which right now is the only place this knight's going to be able to attack from here. Yes, of course. That makes sense. But then I think I get a queen out of this. And I guess I lose this pawn, but then this one moves too far away for, I think, either the knight or the king to do anything about. I think I've won? I mean, it's going to be some maneuvering, but I think I've won. Huh. Trying to stop that. Toccata in D minor. Toccata fugue in D minor. Bach. I can sacrifice a knight for this. Well, it wouldn't even be sacrificing because he can't get it. No, of course. Curses. That was messed that up. And I believe there is still a way to checkmate with a bishop and a knight. If I can remember what that is. I need to stop him from getting between. Well, no, he can't just get between, can he? It's all come down to this. You know, if I just get the bishop up here, then there's nothing he can do. Now you can't protect your pawn. actually going up in time. Now I'm trying to recall the exact configuration for Now let's see, so now that he's here, if I can go here, I might move there, and then I move here. Well, that blocks it as well, doesn't it? But that blocks it. Curses. I didn't think about that. Not that that would have mattered. I mean, it would have if he weren't in check, but... Alright, now I'm gonna go round and down again. I'm gonna try to use my king to maneuver. Good. That's not the third version of this board state. I'm not positive, so I need to move my king now. Hopefully he goes down to the right. Then he won't stop my king from moving. Okay, he did. Yeah, move somewhere. He can move up, but he doesn't want to do that. So we'll probably move down somewhere, which means I can move my king to the side. Okay, now I think I can do it because I can protect the bishop with the king all the way around. And the bishop and the knight can stop him from getting to me, so I can go eat the pawn now. Ah, stopping me. Wouldn't have been the move I made. If he'd gone to the left. No, he can't go to the left. Yeah. Okay. I think I forced this. Finally. And he can't move up to get my bishop right now. He's got to move somewhere to the right. I think his only option is moving to the right. Or using his pawn, in which case I just eat it anyway. So I think I get his pawn this next turn. This turned into a real slog at the end. Okay. Kaboom! At least wanted to have that queen for a moment. Oh, I see. I see. Is that forced to draw? Oh well. Good game. Man, that took a while. Man, why did I lose points when he gained or lost no points? Ah, whatever. Let's go to the analysis. What should I have done here at the end? Move that there? Oh, I see. That would have put him in check and blocked that. Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been a good move. Oh well, there's just so many moves in this. I'd love to go through it, but I feel like that just was too long of a game. Alright, well. After that slogfest and then a draw, which you will know that I handstand draws. I do think that'll be all for this episode of chess. Man, that last game lasted over an hour, so thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please do let me know by leaving a like or comment down below. Be sure to check back for more. I plan on doing a lot more chess, seeing where we can get, seeing if we can improve, seeing how high we can get the rating. And yeah, it'll be more chess analysis as well, as long as it's not super long, or if it's not the last game, and it would just take too long. But that was a good one. We might come back to it at some point. Despite my reservations about playing against real people, I'm actually enjoying this. So, yeah. If you'd like to support the channels, you can always check out my links to my Patreon and Streamlabs in the description below. And, as always, I've been the Crimson Gentleman, and I'll see you in the next video. Until that time, farewell. Let's try that one more time, just to see if this worked. And no. Connections. Bennington chess. Why is it just fading in? Yes. And I do it. It doesn't just fade in. No, it does just fade in.